We're starting to see some of his more scandalous sides, some of his designs, what's going on sort of behind the scenes, as it were. And it's been fun to explore those differences in the character. It makes him a bit more complex.
I got a special guest with me from the Oval, Russell Thomas. How's it going, man?
Good. How you doing?
Doing well, man. Thank you so much for coming on. I want to talk all about the show, season 4, now airing. You're playing the Vice President of the United States. So you started in season 3. You're now on season 4. How has your character changed from the past season to this season?
I would say in season 3, my character Eli was definitely much more reserved. Much more strategic. And season 4, we're starting to see different facets of his personality, of this character, right? And so in season 3, in the face of insults, he kind of keeps his cool. And now we're starting to see some of his more scandalous sides, some of his designs, what's going on sort of behind the scenes, as it were. And it's been fun to explore those differences in the character. It makes him a bit more complex.
Yeah, and just from talking to you, you seem like such you seem like such a chill guy. Can you explain further on, what it's like playing, a manipulative, evil type of character? Is it just like the best thing ever? Or do you prefer playing, the good roles?
I think that's what makes acting fun, is to be able to explore these sort of different facets of a personality. And I think when you're playing a character that kind of has some of these nefarious designs going on, that it's fun to have an expectation in the other direction. And so then you kind of get to build these expectations that he's a nice guy and he's doing everything, the right way. And then you can subvert those expectations that you spent, in this case, all of season 3 building. And then in season 4, you get to subvert those expectations. And then that's really fun to see the audience respond to that.
That's so awesome. And so you're playing the Vice President of the United States in your wildest dreams. And not only that, you're on a Tyler Perry show. So in your wildest dreams, did you ever imagine that you would be playing the Vice President of the United States and working with Tyler Perry?
It was definitely a dream come true. I can still remember when my manager told me that I booked it. And I think that I would have expected to be excited and elated. I was literally in shock. I couldn't believe it. And I was just like, I was just frozen. It still sticks out in my memory. But it has been fun to, Tyler Perry has this amazing studio, and we have a replica White House that we shoot our exteriors and interiors in. And so just going into that set, it really puts you in a very special place. You walk around, there's real hallways, there's an Oval Office, and it really is remarkable to go and work in that kind of setting.
So you really get the feel of like, I am the Vice President.
Yeah, it kind of tricks you a little bit. Yeah, we get ready in one building and then they bring us over to the White House. And I'd never expected my whole life to hear somebody say, "Can we bring Russell Thomas to the White House?" And I was like, wow, that's a really cool thing.
What's it like working with, all the other, the cast and crew? Because it seems like, I feel like every episode, it's something different. It's something scandalous going on. What's it like working with these people in real life?
Yeah, I've had such an amazing experience working on this show every day. And to begin with, the crew is amazing. It's the hardest working crew I've ever seen in my life. They are so talented. They are so creative. And everything that they do and the speed in which they do it is just really amazing. And that helps give us, on the cast, confidence knowing that what we're doing is going to look really good and that the audience can be really happy. And then just sharing the stage with everyone that I've worked with has been such an amazing experience, both in front of and behind the camera. Like when I first came in season 3, I was kind of like the new guy on campus, a little nervous, kind of feeling my way through. And everybody was just so warm and welcoming. And then, when we're in front of camera, everyone's just bringing it, every day. And we're always there for each other and we help each other out. And it's just a really beautiful little community that we have.
Do you have any special acting techniques that you do to get into your type of character? Because as we were talking about before, you play this manipulative, darker role. Yeah. Do you have to do something special to really get into that?
there's a couple things that I do. One of them is in my preparation time. I like to listen to music while I'm studying my scripts. And so for season 3, I was listening to a lot of like jazz, like Miles Davis, and that was kind of like going on in the background as I'm learning my lines, and that kind of bubbles up when I'm in the scene, right? And then for season 4, I was kind of moving on to a little bit more hip hop, something more energetic and something like that, just to get the energy level up. And so just having that contrast in the preparation was a big part of it. And then when it comes to on the day, it's really just kind of like a physical preparation. Like if I have a more energetic scene, I might dip out in the corner and do some push-ups or squats really quick just to kind of get the blood flowing. And so that way that pulls that energy into the performance.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so you're on season 4, your sophomore season. What do you want to see, or where do you want to see your character go after this?
Ooh, that's a good one. I hadn't really thought about that. I mean, obviously, as the vice president, I think you always, even in real life, you probably have designs. There's only one job to go up from there. So that's obviously, something that I'm sure Eli is really thinking about. And really, I think even though the character does have some sort of schemes going on, I think ultimately he really wants to do right for the country, and he wants to do the job correctly, in contrast to, we see Hunter always, messing up and doing lots of crazy stuff. So I think ultimately that's kind of his my character Eli's real motivation, is to do right for the country and also get a little power for himself.
Can you imagine freaking Eli, scheming a way to get to be president of the United States? Like that would be crazy. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, it's definitely something that feels like it's within the storyline of what could happen. You have a vice president that is trying to do right, and the president kind of making mistakes here and there. So obviously that would be something that he might consider doing.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see then. What else are you working on that you want people to know about?
Yeah, so I did a little role on a series called Candy for Hulu that was really fun. That came out earlier this year. And then right now I'm just getting ready for hopefully a new season coming up pretty soon of The Oval. We shoot a little bit ahead of when the show comes out. So hopefully that's coming up probably like next spring or something like that. So just trying to get in shape. I think, to go back to your previous question, I imagine that Eli will probably have to get into some hand-to-hand combat. So a new thing that I've been doing is studying some martial arts to get ready for that.
Oh, what's that been like?
It's been fun. I played football in college, so I feel comfortable in this sort of like athletic environment, but it's definitely been a new experience to try to take on a new challenge like this. And so I've really enjoyed what I've gotten into, and I'll continue doing that.
I remember reading that you did play football in college. When did the acting bug bite you? Was acting something you've always wanted to do, or once college was over, you were like, I'm just going to try acting and see where it takes me?
Yeah, I played football in college, and my first few jobs in the industry were as a stunt performer doing football for movies like Gridiron Gang with The Rock and the TV show Friday Night Lights. So I did a lot of this stuff that was directly applicable. But in terms of my desire to be an actor, I think if you went and asked me as a small child, I think I always had this dream to be able to do it. It's just never really took it seriously until I worked as a stunt performer and saw all the creativity and all the different departments that were in a film production that really got me moving in that direction. And so it was kind of like a dream of always doing it. And also growing up watching movies and television and just loving that those two things kind of came together. And that's what kind of gave me confidence and a real desire to pursue it professionally.
Nice. Well, Russell, I want nothing but the best for you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Thank you so much for coming on. Any final words to your adoring fans?
Thank you for having me. And I just want to express a sense of gratitude for our fans and for the audience. We work really hard, and to see the response that we get and people really enjoying it, that's what really makes it worthwhile.
Nice. Well, Russell, thank you again so much. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I'm Benny Adams, and I will see you guys next time.
All right.